Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Booze Books and Banter. I'm Tatjana, and this video is really late. I'm so sorry, but the end of July, the beginning of August was really slammed for me. So now I have a little bit of time off, and I get to do my August TBR slash kind of tell you what I already read in August video. So here we go. Okay, this month I'm not participating in a specific readathon for August, but I just discovered something called the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. And because it's already year 2 and I'm a little bit of a completionist and maybe a little bit of a masochist, but I am going to do both years. It's a year-long challenge and has a fun bingo board with lots and lots of prompts that you have the entire year until next July 7th to complete. I'm starting to mainly focus on year 1. So let's go through some of the year 1 prompts and see what I already completed and what I have lined up for the rest of the month. So some of the year 1 prompts. Read a 500-page book in 1 day. So that's going to be a fun challenge. I'll have to see what I can squeeze in there. The A through Z challenge. So we have to read a book with the title starting with A, B, C. So I already have a few of those. I completed A, Assistant to the Villain, C, Cujo, M, The Maid, O, The Ocean at the End of the Lane, R, Retreat, and S, Stolen Tongues. So this is going to be one of those where if I can't fit it into any other specific prompts, I will see if I'm missing the letter still. Then find a book with 3 or more blurbs on the back, and then read books by those specific authors that wrote those blurbs. So the book that is my OG book with 3 blurbs on the back is Tender as the Flesh, which was phenomenal. So based on that, I have already read Follow Me to Ground, which was also really cool, really unique. Next up that I'm currently reading, The Glorious Heresies, starting out interesting, we shall see. And the third blurb is going to be Vox. Then I also have to read 3 books that I have found at garage sales. I haven't actually gone to any recently, so I have to be on the lookout for some. 5 books from 5 Authortubers. So if you are an Authortuber, let me know in the comments and I will check out your books. Read an entire series with 4+ books. So I have to check out what I can find because there's a lot of series I already started and we can't do rereads. So I have to find a new series. 5 books from 5 small Booktuber TBRs. So if you are a Booktuber with less than 5,000 subscribers, please let me know in the comments. Put your YouTube link in there and I will subscribe to you and I will find a book from one of your TBRs. 5 books by authors set in countries outside the US, UK, and Canada. So for that prompt, I actually have The Memory Police, which is from Japan. The author is from Japan. I got this one at Comic-Con, so my busy July actually paid off. Then we have to complete The Queer Rainbow, LGBTQIA, and find a book that has a main character that falls under one of those letters. Then the 5 lowest rated on my TBR, which I have right here. We shall see if I get to them in August. It will be The Deading, Nothing But Blackened Teeth, Clever Creatures of the Night, Killing Monica, and this is a weird one, Data Baby, My Life in a Psychological Experiment. Then we have to read an indie book that we got directly from the author, which also was one of my WonderCon, WonderCon finds. I actually got to meet this author, so The Last Lemenian. Then we need to find a local author section at our indie bookstore and read one of those books. Unfortunately, our local indie bookstore just closed, so I have to go maybe a little bit further away and see if I can find one with some local authors. And then we have the fun challenge of reading books that spell my name. So my name is rather long. I'm going with my middle name as well. Have some cool letter options there. So that's going to be one of those where if I happen to read a book that matches that, I'll put it in there. Read 5 books from a previous self-published fantasy blog off that were not finalists or winners. So that's kind of cool, supporting, indie authors, self-published authors, but not necessarily the winners, some of the runner-ups. Read a completed webcomic. I don't know any. So if you know any and have recommendations, I would love to hear them. We have to read new releases in the month that they released. So I picked up this lovely book at Comic-Con as well. And this one was actually an ARC that was handed out. I finished it already and it was fantastic. It was released August 5th. So if you get a chance, check it out. It was really good. A couple more prompts that I have to do are read a book published in your birth year that was in the top 10 bestsellers of that year. So that's going to be interesting. Complete a 24-hour reading challenge and finish 3 books minimum. 1 book must be a novel, over 300 pages. Read a book that features a recipe that is not a recipe book and make said recipe. That's going to be really fun. I like cooking, so I'm excited for that one. Complete the genre challenge, a book you backed on Kickstarter or that was funded through Kickstarter. And I think I heard that Brandon Sanderson's books are all on Kickstarter. I might have to venture in that direction. Complete the rainbow challenge, so find covers with all of the rainbow colors. That's going to be really fun. Read a classic and an adaptation of it. So I think there is, I might even have it. There's Wuthering Heights, which I haven't read, and I believe I have the copy of Wuthering Bites, so I think I might use that. Read through books with protagonists whose names are people you know. You can also include yourself. I don't know any books that have a protagonist named Tatjana, but if you know one, let me know. That'd be interesting. And read a book for every season in that season. So I still have a little bit of time in summer to read a summer book. And that's it. So that was the whole list of prompts for year 1 of the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, and what I've already finished and what I'm working on and what I'm planning on working on. So if you have any suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Again, if you're an Authortuber, I would love to know what you're writing and support you. If you're a small booktuber under 5,000 subscribers, I would also love to support you and subscribe to your channel and check out one of your TBRs and maybe steal something from it. Otherwise, you know, support me, subscribe, follow me, follow this crazy journey of doing the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, year 1 and 2. Thanks for hanging out. Go ahead, pour yourself a drink, grab yourself a book, and I'll see you next time.